And if there are any spies out there, you know, you can come out. And we're in a public forum, so nobody needs to be clandestine this evening. All school boards in Texas, according to board policy BBB, are required to partner with a city or county or another entity that is having their election at the same time. Mrs. Noelle Guillen, Mr. Dagoberto Salinas, Mr. Raul Moreno, and Mr. Tony Saenz brought a lawsuit to try to force the school board to have an illegal election in May of 2013. I do have a few rhetorical questions for Mrs. Leticia Garza Galvan. How in the world did you manage that your name is not included on either side of this lawsuit? And you voted for Resolution 1 to extend the terms. And I'm even sure that Mrs. Guillen could not afford to hire the chairman of the Democratic Party of Texas, Gilberto Hinojosa, to be the lawyer for the lawsuit. Mrs. Garza Galvan, maybe your $75,000 to $100,000 number spoken to the monitor that the school has spent on the lawsuit is how much you have spent. I find it irresponsible for a board... Please. That's not appropriate. I find it irresponsible for any board member to throw out a number like that to the monitor and then say, but we are not for sure. Was that big number supposed to rile up support for your candidates and embarrass the school board? I can only speculate what your motive was. How much have you spent? You want to know how much the lawsuit has cost the school district? Are we not allowed to know how much you have spent? Tit for tat. It must be nice to have that kind of money to spend when you don't get your way. Where is your name, Mrs. Leticia Garza Galvan, in all this? Either you don't want your name tainted for some future plans you may have, or it's cowardice. Here are your friends, Mrs. Guillen, Mr. Salinas, Mr. Moreno, Mr. Sines. What did you promise your friends to keep your name off the record? If they go down, your name is nowhere around. If they win, then how will you spend? Come out of the shadows. Why didn't you put your names on the lawsuit? I guess we may never know. By the way, I would also say, why doesn't Fernando Peña?
What? I'm here.
Hi.
What do you need?
Let's,
Well, if it's personal, let's bring it on.
Okay. And Geraldo Garza and Omar Escobar. Why didn't you put
It's
your
out of
name on the
order.
lawsuit? By the way, the lawsuit has cost the school district $37,665.23 out of pocket. Of course, if the lawsuit had never been filed, no expense would have been incurred. I would personally like to thank Justice David Wellington Chu for clarifying the election issue for all of us. He denied all aspects of Mrs. Guillen's lawsuit in February of 2013 and confirmed that the Roma ISD School Board did not violate the law. I don't know where they said they won. They must be delusional. Quote from Justice Wellington Chu. In my mind, there is no question that people were trying to do the right thing. and that, quote, I find no ill motive on anybody's part, end quote. I would like to thank Justice David Wellington Chu for your clarification of this election issue and confirming that the Roma ISD School Board was trying to do the right thing and with no ill motive. So I therefore moved to terminate the district participation in the election litigation and the appeals because we got what we wanted in the first place. And now, as Fernando Peña has said, just let the people vote.